Elon Musk spots dirty homeless man in crowd, calls him out and does something shocking. When Elon Musk noticed a disheveled homeless man in the crowd at a prestigious Tesla event, no one could have anticipated what happened next. In front of hundreds of stunned onlookers, he suddenly called the man out, and what followed left the entire room in silence. Rush hour traffic crawled under a fading sun as a sleek black Tesla limousine glided through the city street. Inside, Elon Musk sat in the plush leather back seat, his eyes fixed on the tablet in his hand. The soft glow of the screen illuminated his face as he reviewed notes for his upcoming speech, his brow furrowed in concentration. The chauffeur, Robert, a middle-aged man, expertly navigated the congested roads, his gloved hands steady on the wheel. As they approached the event venue, the energy in the air shifted. The sidewalks were packed with people heading to the main entrance, while security personnel in crisp black suits formed a perimeter, scanning the crowd with practiced vigilance. Robert, noticing the crowd, glanced in the rearview mirror. "Mr. Musk," he said, calm and professional, "I see quite a crowd at the front. With your permission, I'd suggest approaching from the rear and using the VIP entrance." Elon looked up, meeting Robert's eyes in the mirror. "Good call, Robert. Let's do that." The limousine turned onto a quieter street, and the bustling crowd noise faded as they neared the VIP entrance. The atmosphere became calmer. The parking lot was nearly empty, save for a few high-end cars belonging to other early VIP arrivals. Robert stopped the car in front of the entrance, and with practiced efficiency, exited to open the door for Musk. Natalie, Elon's assistant, was already out of the front passenger seat, her tablet in hand as she quickly reviewed the schedule. "Mr. Musk," she began, "we have about 30 minutes before your speech. The organizers requested a quick sound check, then you'll have time to relax in the green room." Elon nodded as he stepped out of the vehicle. His attention was still on his presentation as two personal security guards flanked him, their eyes scanning the surroundings. As they moved toward the door, something unexpected caught their attention. Huddled beside the entrance was a homeless man, his clothes torn and grimy, with a tattered Tesla cap on his head. The security team instantly tensed, ready to step in. The man slowly rose to his feet, his movements cautious, almost apologetic. "Mr. Musk," he said, his voice rough but clear, "could I trouble you for a moment? Maybe a handshake and an autograph on my cap?" The request hung in the air, surprising everyone. The security guards exchanged quick glances, but Elon was intrigued by the man's worn Tesla cap. Reaching for his wallet, he prepared to offer money, but the man stopped him. "I don't want your money, sir," he said. "I just wanted a handshake and an autograph." The security team remained tense, one guard whispering urgently, "Mr. Musk, this person shouldn't be here. The VIP entrance is restricted. He could be dangerous." Elon raised his hand, signaling the guards to stand down. "It's fine. He doesn't seem dangerous to me." The guards stepped aside reluctantly, and Elon approached the man, taking the Tesla cap from his head to sign it. As he handed it back, Musk extended his hand. The man's eyes widened in gratitude as he grasped Musk's hand tightly, the handshake lingering for a moment longer than expected. "Thank you, Mr. Musk," the man said. "Good luck with your speech tonight. I know you'll do great things." Elon smiled slightly, his mind already drifting to the upcoming speech. There was something about the brief encounter that felt important, though he couldn't quite place why. As they moved toward the VIP entrance, Natalie resumed her briefing, and the security team relaxed slightly. But Elon's mind lingered on the moment. He couldn't shake the feeling that there was more to the story than he realized. As the evening progressed, Chris noticed the man moving toward the exit, accompanied by several other attendees. "Well, folks," Chris announced, "we've reached our last question of the evening." He turned to Elon with a gleam in his eye. "You've often highlighted that Tesla's success is built on the human stories behind the company, on the employees who have contributed to its vision. How do you ensure your commitment to innovation and sustainability extends not just to natural resources, but also to human resources? And if you could deliver a message to your team of employees right now, what would you say? The timing felt almost providential. Elon, sensing the opportunity, knew he couldn't let the man slip away again. In a split-second decision, he made a bold move. "Before I answer that," Elon said, his voice carrying clearly through the auditorium, "I'd like to address someone in the audience." He pointed directly at the departing homeless man. "Sir, in the back with the Tesla cap, could you please stop for a moment?" The entire auditorium froze. A collective gasp filled the air as all eyes turned toward the man. The homeless man, confused, pointed to himself, unsure. "Yes, you, sir," Elon confirmed, his voice softer but still amplified. "I recognize you. You're a family member of one of Tesla's most treasured former employees. Yes, aren't you?" A murmur rippled through the crowd as the man stood still, caught in the spotlight. The atmosphere shifted, charged with curiosity and anticipation. Elon had just dramatically veered off script, and everyone, audience, organizers, and even Chris, was hanging on his every word. Elon continued, his voice carrying genuine emotion. "The man I've asked to stop is more than just an attendee here tonight. He represents a part of Tesla's history, a reminder of the human stories behind our company's success." The audience remained captivated, many leaning forward in their seat. "While I can't share all the details out of respect for privacy, I want you all to know that Tesla's commitment to innovation is matched only by our commitment to the people who make that innovation possible. Sometimes life takes unexpected turns, and we find ourselves facing challenges we never anticipated, but the Tesla family, and I do mean family, stands together, even long after someone has left our immediate circle." As Elon spoke, Natalie swiftly moved through the crowd, guiding David backstage. The audience watched in respectful silence as this unexpected, deeply human moment unfolded before them. Elon, sensing the shift in energy, smoothly handed the stage back to Chris. "I apologize for the interruption," he said. "To answer your question about our commitment to our team, what you've just witnessed is part of that. Tesla is more than just a company, it's a family. And sometimes, family members need our support, even long after they've left our immediate circle." "Thank you." Chris, his voice warm, replied, "I think I speak for everyone here when I say that we're all touched by this moment of recognition. It's a powerful reminder of the human element behind Tesla's groundbreaking technology." Turning to the audience, he continued, "Ladies and gentlemen, while this wasn't planned, I believe it serves as the perfect conclusion to our evening. It showcases not just Tesla's technological vision, but also its heart. Let's give a round of applause for Elon Musk and the spirit of compassion we've witnessed here tonight." The applause that followed was thunderous, a mix of admiration for Elon's words and an emotional response to the unexpected moment they had just witnessed. As the sound washed over him, Elon nodded his thanks before making his way off stage. Backstage, as Elon descended the stairs, his mind focused on the coming conversation. Questions about David's situation and how he had ended up on the streets quickly formed in his mind. Security cleared a path, and as he entered his private room, he found Natalie waiting with David. The contrast between the glamour of the event and David's worn appearance became even more striking under the bright backstage light. David, standing up as Elon entered, carried a mixture of nervousness and dignity despite his disheveled state. "Mr. Musk," David began, his voice rough but clear, "I'm David Marshall. I don't know if you remember me, but..." The name hit Elon like a thunderbolt. David Marshall, father of Jason Marshall, one of Tesla's brightest engineers, who had passed away 5 years ago. The funeral Elon had been trying to recall suddenly came into sharp focus. "Of course, Mr. Marshall," Elon said, extending his hand. "I remember you. I remember Jason. Please, sit down. We have a lot to talk about." As David sat down, Elon could see the weight of years of hardship in his posture. They began to talk, and the story of loss, redemption, and how lives can unexpectedly intersect began to unfold. I've kept the key emotions and dialogue intact, while adjusting the phrasing slightly for a more natural flow. I found Mr. Marshall trying to clean himself up. He ran out before I could say anything, but I noticed the blood in the sink and the tooth. Something told me it was important, so I wrapped it up and kept it. Chris was taken aback by the story, shaking his head in a mix of awe and disbelief. Well, if you're helping him, Elon, make sure to get him a new tooth, or better yet, a whole new set to replace any he's lost over the years. After all, he lost this one trying to attend our event. Though Chris added his suggestion with a touch of humor, his intent was clear and serious. Elon nodded in agreement, already mentally adding it to the list of ways they could help David. Turning back to David, Elon said, "Mr. Marshall, I want you to know that what happened to you tonight is not how Tesla treats people. We'll make this right, starting with proper medical and dental care." David's eyes welled up again, his voice thick with emotion. "Thank you," he managed to say, overwhelmed by the kindness. I don't know how I'll ever repay this." "You can repay it by making the most of this opportunity," Elon replied firmly. "Honor your son's memory by rebuilding your life and contributing to the vision he believed in." Chris, who had been listening intently, suddenly spoke up. "Elon, I want to hear the full story of how this all unfolded from your perspective. Why don't we continue this conversation over drinks? Mr. Marshall, would you care to join us?" The invitation was a dramatic shift in David's social status, moving him from the streets to the company of business leaders in a matter of hours. David hesitated, unsure of how to respond to such an unexpected offer. But the warmth in Elon and Chris's eyes gave him the courage he needed. I don't know what to say," David stammered, his eyes glistening with unshed tears. "This morning, I woke up under a bridge. And now?" He glanced at Elon and Chris's friendly expressions. "I would be honored," he said, his voice steadier than it had been all evening. "Excellent," Elon said, standing up. "Natalie, could you make arrangements for us at our usual venue?" As they prepared to leave, Elon's security team moved into place, and the group made their way to the VIP parking lot, the same place where David had faced violence earlier, now welcoming him as an honored guest. The irony wasn't lost on any of them. Chris arranged to meet them at the venue while Elon, David, and Natalie climbed into the Tesla limousine. As David settled into the plush leather seat, the contrast between his current situation and just hours ago was overwhelming. As the limo pulled away beneath the city's twinkling lights, David clutched his worn Tesla cap, a tangible link between his past and the unexpected future unfolding before him. The city's gleaming lights seemed to promise new beginnings as they headed toward their next destination. Elon turned to David, his expression serious but kind. "Mr. Marshall, I want you to know that this is just the beginning. The road ahead won't be easy. There will be challenges, both personal and professional. But you're not alone in this journey.